What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be trying to predict the next 5 champions for every singles championship on the main roster: the United States Championship, the Intercontinental Championship, the World Heavyweight Championship, and the Undisputed Universal Championship. So I'm just going to go over each championship and try and predict who I think will be the next 5 champions. So without further ado, let's start off with the Intercontinental Championship. Your current Intercontinental Champion is, of course, the GOAT, Dominic Mysterio. I'm a huge fan of Dominic. I hope he never loses this championship. But unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. And I think he will lose it to Finn Balor. I think it'll be some sort of multi-man match with AJ Styles and Penta. And I think Finn will pin Penta probably. And then Penta will probably join the Lucha Bros. And Finn will use the same excuse that Dominic used when he won the title, as long as someone in the Judgment Day has the championship. And I think this will be the start of the end for the Judgment Day. And then somewhere down the line, because I don't think AJ Styles is going to get pinned, somewhere down the line, I think Finn will have a one-on-one match with AJ Styles. And this all will take place before SummerSlam, because I think the SummerSlam match will be Finn Balor versus Dominic. And I think Dom will cost Finn the championship, and AJ Styles will be your next Intercontinental Champion. And AJ is like my favorite wrestler in WWE right now. AJ and Dom are honestly might be the top 2. I'm a huge fan of Jay and Cody, but AJ and Dom I think are my 1 and 2 favorites currently. I'm a big fan of Howdy as well, but he's nowhere to be seen. And I think AJ will have a solid reign with the championship. I don't know if he goes into SummerSlam. I think he will go into SummerSlam as the champion. I don't know if he will get past SummerSlam as champion, but either way, I do think that Chad Gable will be your next Intercontinental Champion after this, and this will be a fantastic match. I'm okay with this for SummerSlam. I don't know if it'll be El Grande Americano or just regular Chad Gable, but I think this will be fantastic. I think the Creed brothers will have the tag titles, and Ivy now will have the Intercontinental Championship. So that way everybody in American Made will have some gold. But Chad Gable with the Intercontinental Championship is something that people have been saying for a long time now. And I think it's about time Chad Gable gets a solid reign with the championship. So I don't know how long his reign with this championship will be, but I think it'll be long enough for Eli Dragunov to return. And I think he will be the next Intercontinental Champion. I think this will be somewhat close to Mania, maybe before the Rumble. I think Eli will go into Mania as champion, and I think he'll make it past Mania as champion. He might fight Gunther for the title, but I think he will beat him. And I think he might go like deep into 2026 as your Intercontinental Champion, somewhat late 2026, maybe around SummerSlam for 2026, probably past that. But I think Austin Theory might win the Intercontinental Championship after that. No logic really for this, but I would like to see Austin Theory win some singles gold. I think he'll be a great champion. I want to see him break away from A-Town Down Under. I want to see him win the world title, to be honest, but Austin Theory is the last Intercontinental Champion. Next up, I want to talk about the United States Championship. Currently, it is Jacob Fatu. I think he will have a very long reign. Not very long reign, because it depends. Solo Sikoa might cost him the championship, or what I predict here, I think Solo will be your next United States Champion. I think SummerSlam, this will be the SummerSlam match right here. Solo and Jacob Fatu, and Solo somehow wins, maybe with the help of Tama Tonga. And Jacob Fatu will get into a short little feud with Tama Tonga, until Jacob Fatu will probably cost Solo the United States Championship to Aleister Black, newly debuting Aleister Black. And I would definitely like to see him with some gold here. And Jacob Fatu and Solo will continue feuding. But yeah, I like Aleister Black as our United States Champion. After that, Aleister Black cannot lose to just somebody random like Carmelo Hayes or something. I think it has to be someone nice and strong that could even be the world champ. And I'm talking about Drew McIntyre, of course. I think Drew McIntyre will be your next United States Champion. And this is great right here, Drew McIntyre United States Championship. Not too much to say, but I feel like this will happen down the road eventually. After that, we have someone that I thought would win the title at Mania in a multi-man match. I'm talking about Jimmy Uso. Maybe like a roll-up or something quick and easy. I think this will definitely be a short reign. Just so that way Jimmy can say he won a singles championship. Jay won the world title and the Intercontinental Championship. And Jimmy has still never won a singles title. But this will definitely be a short reign. I think Drew's reign will be long. Aleister Black will have a good reign. But I think Jimmy will have a short reign. But it'll be a good amount of time around next year past the Mania. And I think that this guy will get called up. I'm talking about Lexis King. And I think he will win the United States Championship off of Jimmy Uso. Jimmy's not going to have a long reign. I know I've said that 100 times, but Jimmy will not have a long reign. And I think someone from NXT like Lexis King will get called up. I was thinking somebody like Ricky Saints, but I think this year Ethan Page and Tony D'Angelo will get called up. And next year will probably be Lexis, Ricky Saints, and Trick Williams. And I think Lexis King will win the United States Championship. But he is the last United States champion. Next up, we got the World Heavyweight Champion, Jey Uso. And I'm a big fan of Jey. I'm really glad that him and Dom are champions right now because they really are two of my favorites. But unfortunately, I don't think Jey has a long reign. I think he does lose it to LA Knight because LA Knight cashes in. I think LA Knight will be the Mr. Money in the Bank this year. I mean, LA Knight winning Money in the Bank in LA. I think they are in LA, but that'll be great. LA as world champ, but I don't think he has a long reign either. I think he will lose it by SummerSlam to Seth Rollins. I think Seth Rollins and his new faction with Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman is great. So I do think he does capture a second World Heavyweight Championship because of that. Now, I don't know if this next person wins at Mania or before Mania, but I think CM Punk will win the World Heavyweight Championship after that. He can win it at Mania, you know, main event Mania back-to-back maybe. But I do think that CM Punk will be the next World Heavyweight Champion after Seth. Again, Seth might fight Roman at Mania, so it depends on who they want Seth to fight. If they want him to fight Punk, then Punk will win the world title at Mania. If not, then Punk will probably win it before. And I don't think if Punk wins it before Mania, the next person that wins the world title will win at Mania. I think they'll win after Mania, so I do think Punk has a pretty long reign with this World Championship. I think he might go a year, maybe a little bit more than a year. But after that, I do think Karrion Kross wins the world title. I really want to see him with the World Heavyweight Championship. I hope they give him a massive push because of his promo, because I've been a Karrion fan since NXT. Even when he was doing the whole gladiator, whatever, with the mask and the kilt, which was horrible, I was still supporting Karrion because I'm a huge fan of him, and I want to see him do big things in WWE, so I really do hope he wins the World Heavyweight Championship. After that, I think Braun Breaker gets it, and I don't know if the faction with Heyman and Seth will still be a thing, but I think Braun will win a world title, and maybe Seth gets jealous and wins it off of him. Maybe Braun Breaker wins the Rumble and faces Karrion at Mania. I don't know, but I think Braun Breaker is your world champ after that. And that was the next 5 World Heavyweight Champs. So let's talk about the Undisputed Universal Championship. And finally, we have the Undisputed Universal Championship, which is unfortunately being held by John Cena. I really hate what John Cena is doing at the moment. I think I don't even know, man. I think there was potential with him turning heel, but The Rock ruined it like he ruined the whole WrestleMania. I hope he loses to Randy, but I unfortunately don't think it's going to happen. I think he should lose to Randy and just restart everything. Just, like, start from scratch. Not, like, forget he turned heel, but I don't know. They need to do something new with Cena. Maybe he should go through, like, the phases of his career with, like, the prototype, Thugonomics, cheesy Cena. I don't know, but really not liking what he's doing. I do think he will lose it somewhat close to the end of the year by Cody Rhodes. To Cody Rhodes. I think they're going to make it a thing where Cena's claiming he's going to ruin wrestling and retire with the world title, so they're going to have to make a new title, and then Cody comes in and saves the day like they would want. They want Cody to come off as, like, the superhero of the WWE. I am a big fan of Cody. I just hope they don't make it too cheesy, like how the fans turned on Cena back in the day. So I hope they do it right, but I think that's what they will do. After that, I think Randy captures the world title. I do want to see Randy win at Backlash. I don't think it's going to happen, but I do want to see it. Randy with the world title would be amazing. Randy will win it as a heel, of course. I don't know when this happens. Will it happen at Mania? I mean, it can. Maybe. Yeah, I think so. I think it will happen at Mania. And then I think Cody will win it right back. I think that'll be a pretty lengthy feud. Cody will win it back. Probably Money in the Bank or Clash at the Castle for 2026. And then at SummerSlam, I think we see Cody versus Gunther. And I think Gunther wins that heavyweight championship. Again, the draft is actually coming up pretty soon. So Gunther can get drafted to SmackDown right now or next year following SummerSlam. And I think Gunther will hold it for a while. Like, long time. Maybe, I don't know, maybe 2 years? Maybe. That might be a stretch. But then I think Roman gets it again. I don't know logic for this. I just know this match would be a banger. And I think Roman does win the world title one more time. He says he wants to retire in the next couple of years, but I think he wins it one more time before that. I don't think we're going to get Roman and Rock, unfortunately. Rock is just really messing everything up, but I think Roman does win the world title, and the only way I see him losing it is because, unfortunately, Roman is a part-timer, so the only way I see him losing it is, like, a Money in the Bank cash-in or something that doesn't make him look weak. But if he loses it right back to Gunther, I think that is realistic. But if any of these happen, I will be shocked. This is kind of what I want and what I think. It's a mix of both, but let me know what you guys think about this video down in the comments below. While you're down there, please like and subscribe. My goal is to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2025, and I will see you guys in the next video.